I want to show you guys how I made these, or how I am making these cute little wine charms. And I'm not real sure how well you can see it. I'm trying to get it as close as possible without it going out of focus. I am making these for my Christmas party. And I wanted something where each guest could be able to have their glass and not get it mixed up with everyone else. What I started out with is that I used the Hallmark software, card making software, and used the sticker option. And I did the basic circle in the round sticker sheet, and it was like 9 to a sheet. But I just did it on plain paper. And then I did a circle using the gray, and then I found an image, and I didn't want to use Christmas since they're going to be able to take these home with them and they might want to use them for something else. And so I found some flowers that I liked, and then I'm doing each name. Now you might wonder why it's flipped this way. Well, because if you'll look on the front, I wanted it to be smooth here, and then the coloring is done on the back. And actually the coloring is more intense on the side that you color it on, but it still shines through just fine. Now I used, here it is, the clear shrink plastic, and this is I actually got this from Consumer Crafts, which is an online website that I just absolutely love. That everybody there is awesome. And the sheets are just clear, like it says. And what I did at first is that I had just cut around, but then what I realized is that, you know what, I should try my Stampin' Up! Punch. And this one is the 2 3/8 inch scallop punch from Stampin' Up! And I will just show you real quick that this stamps or punches very easily. Makes a lot of noise. And then you have your scallop circle. And so it went from this size down to this size. So that's what that wonderful Shrinky Dink does for you. I almost said Slinky. And so to do the charm, then I just laid it on top. And I'll see if I can show you real quick. If I could find a shorter name, it might be easy. Maybe I'll try Wendy's name. And on the printing option, I chose T-shirt transfer, so that way the name, I would be doing it backwards, but then it's right side up with the smooth side. I hope that makes sense. Most of the time I don't make sense, I don't think. So it might be hard to see me doing this. I can't tell since I can't see the camera. And I just do the name first. And I am using my Pro markers. And they work out very well. The instructions said to sand the paper in 2 different ways, but I'm too lazy to do that. I didn't want to sand my paper. Plus I couldn't find my little ladybug sanding block thing that I usually use. So I thought I'd try it without it. And it actually gave it a really nice kind of watercolor look on the charms. Since it's clear, it just kind of, I don't know, it did look like it was watercolors or something to me. It might not to y'all. So, okay, so there I got the name. And I will show you now on this other one that I have completed what I did. And if you need to move it, that's fine, because all you got to do is line it back up. Just line it up with your name. And I used the old olive green Pro marker, old olive, Stampin' Up! And for the stem, and for the outside of the flower, I used antique pink. And to color inside the petals, I used dusky rose. And for the overall, which you really can't see on here, I used the blue pearl, but you can see the blue better on these. And then for the center of the flowers, I used raw sienna. And then after I got the stems and the flowers colored, then I just went back over with the Pro marker, but what I used was the fine tip, and also did that for the name. And this is the Pro marker, has these fine tips, and what they do is they just fit right on top of the regular tip. And it's wonderful for doing that very fine work, such as drawing around the flower I'll move that out of the way so you can see a little bit. Like for, you know, doing the name and then the little stem areas. It was great. And then what I did is I just, since it was a scallop, I just added dots of black on each little scallop. And then I made sure, that's the important thing, is that I used my crocodile and punched a 1/8 inch hole at the top. And you can see the hole right there. And then I put it in the Shrinky Dink oven for 5 minutes. Yes, I have one of the original Shrinky Dink ovens. Well, I don't know how original, but it's several years old. And then it goes into the cooling tray for 2 minutes. And then after, because I set my timer on my phone for the 5 minutes, and then the timer for the cooling tray is actually 2 minutes. And you got to set that timer, otherwise you're not going to get that drawer to open. And but then I have these cute little charms, and each one of my guests will get a little wine charm for their glass. I'm still got to go get some little beads to finish them out and everything, because I thought some little beads would be cute on it too. And I don't quite have all of them done yet, but I wanted to show you guys. So each of my guests will have a little wine charm that they can take home with them. And that's why I didn't do the Christmas theme, like I said, because I wanted something they could use for other things and not feel like, you know, oh, I can only use that at Christmas. But I thought the scallop looked really nice, and it just worked wonderful. So anyway, if you're interested in making wine charms or any other kind of charms, it's very simple to do. Thank you.